Today episode, we're going to be talking about, are you ready for success? Because a lot of times entrepreneurs, they get into the field of entrepreneurship and they're not prepared for the success that they're looking for. So you want to make sure that you are preparing your environment for the success that you are looking for, because at the end of the day, it's going to take you working hard. It's going to take you continue to grow as an entrepreneur. It's going to take you to be innovating to continue the success once you get it. So that's when the hardest part start, is when you get the success, not before the success. Before the success is the groundwork that you are laying down in order for you to get the success. But to obtain it and continue to have it, that's when you got to continue to put in the work to make sure that you still are relevant, that you been relevant. Definitely going to lead to the longevity of you being an entrepreneur of whatever you're doing, your services, your brand, and whatever you have to offer in the field of entrepreneurship. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this episode. So make sure y'all tap into the episode that we're going to be giving to y'all. Yep. And grand rising to all my investors and stuff out there, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to a Monday of that entrepreneur conversation that we're going to be having today. Thank y'all for tapping in to this episode. Today is episode number 4 of the entrepreneur conversation, what have you. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about, are you ready for success? Because it's very important to understand you must have yourself prepared mentally, physically, ready for this journey that you're going to be doing as an entrepreneur, because it's time for you to build order for you to have the success that you are looking for, and making sure you are creating an environment that's going to be able to help you obtain that success once you get it and what have you. But other than that, guys, man, thank y'all for tuning back into the show. I know I've been off 3 weeks. We've been 3 weeks without a show and what have you. So I'm definitely coming through. It's been a couple things I had to take care of and what have you. So family situations and what have you, especially with the passing of my father and what have you. So definitely had to get back in the mental space and what have you. So that's why, it took a minute. I had to get myself back ready to do a show. So it's time to do it. I've been off long enough. So it's time to get back to the grind. It's time to get back to what I need to do, because definitely I want to add my voice into entrepreneurship and help new entrepreneurs coming into the field and what have you. Especially we doing the same thing. We on the same path, the same journey of want to be successful as an entrepreneur, giving people quality that they are missing within the field of entrepreneurship, giving them something that they can benefit from and what have you. So other than that, guys, you know what time it is. If you are watching this playback on our YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, and definitely hit on that like button so the algorithm know this is a real pod show going on. And also, if you're listening to this show on our Spotify channel, make sure you hit the follow button so you can be notified when a new episode drops on Spotify. And definitely once again, man, NVest flagship will be back up and what have you. So that's been down for some weeks now. Definitely, like I said, with a lot of stuff going on, just going to make some changes to it and what have you. So I'm still working on that. That's going to be back up soon. So definitely, if you are on our email list, you will be notified when it comes back up, because we want to make sure this is something that's we can continue to just knock out the park, continue to offer great quality of products where people definitely feel like they are benefit from it, because this is for the entrepreneurs out here, especially the new ones. Definitely looking for that motivation, looking for that encouragement, looking to help to be able to execute on their goals and their plans. And this is what we hear, man, giving you that motivational streak where it's very inspirational, man. We doing it through the through words. So words go a long way, especially when you wearing it and give you that reminder of what you're doing it for and what have you. So this is what we here for, guys. But other than that, man, it's not going to be a spotlight news today. So we're going to jump right into our commercial break, and I'm gonna be right back with the segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what the quote means. So I definitely be right back. So make sure y'all tap back in to the entrepreneur conversations. Yep. Welcome back to the entrepreneur conversation that we're having today. Like I said, today topic we're going to be talking about, are you ready for success? But before we jump into the topic, you know what time it is. It's that segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what the quote means. So today, quote for all my go-getters out there, my entrepreneurs out there, people who invest in themselves, believing in themselves and what have you. Today, quote is for y'all. So today, quote is, your work ethic determines your outcome. So let me read that once again, just in case you didn't hear or understand what the quote was. Today, quote is, your work ethic determines your outcome. And it's very simple, guys, very understanding. Your work ethic going to take you to where you need to go. If you have a work ethic that's non-stop, you have a motor that's non-stop, that's going to help you determine the outcome of what you being successful and what have you, because your work ethic never changes. It's not like you start off, you didn't have a good work ethic, and now all of a sudden you are this hard worker. Your work ethic going to follow you. That's just like somebody, right, is working a job and they like, well, you know, only reason I'm working like this because the job ain't really nothing. It's not paying a lot. If I had a better job, you'll see my work ethic. I would work 10 times hard, but that's not always the case. That's not always true, because at the end of the day, if you have poor work ethic and you move on to the next job, yeah, it may start out smooth, but you're gonna fall right back into having that same old work ethic. Your work ethic gonna follow you. So it all determines if you really want it. So your work ethic, if you have a bad work ethic, poor work ethic, and what have you, this is your time to really tell yourself, like, hey, I'm gonna challenge myself to making sure that I stay consistent. I'm gonna challenge myself to be able to get whatever deadline I set for myself, whatever goals I set for myself. I'm gonna challenge myself. See, for a person that has a great work ethic, they don't necessarily have to challenge themselves, because they're going to be able to get it done anyway, because they constantly working, they constantly automatically challenge themselves, they constantly always staying focused, determined to be able to execute on whatever they set forth to do and what have you. So your work ethic definitely going to determine how your outcome is. If you're not a hard worker, then it's going to be very hard for you to be successful as an entrepreneur. But those that put in the work, that are hard, that works hard, you don't have anything to worry about and what have you. But other than that, guys, man, that is the quote, and that's the segment for today. Quote me on that and what have you. So you know what time it is, guys. We're going to be jumping right into the topic today. Like I said, today's topic, our toolbox topic for today is, are you ready for success? Because a lot of times you got to understand, man, we want success, but we haven't prepared ourselves for the success that we are looking for, right? Say, for instance, if you just wake up one day and you happen to become successful, are you ready for the success that the universe, that the world going to give to you? Are you ready for it? Because a lot of times we want things, but we're not prepared ourselves to be able to keep ourselves in that on that level and what have you. So if you're looking for amount of success as an entrepreneur, have you prepared yourself mentally? Have you prepared yourself physically? Have you prepared yourself emotionally? Have you prepared yourself in your environment to be able to obtain that success that you're looking for? Because the thing about it is, the work starts when you become successful, because now you have to continue to find ways to continue to be successful, right? That's why it's important for you to be a person that know how to innovate. You have to be a person that continue to work hard. That's why I say that work ethic is the key component to you continue to be successful, because you're going to work. You're going to do whatever it takes to be successful. You're going to be able to work. You're going to continue to work on yourself. You're going to do the things that's going to help you bring more skill sets to you and what have you. So that's what's important about, man, honing in and shaping up and building yourself towards that success that you are looking for, getting yourself ready, because this is going to be the work. Yes, at the beginning part, yes, it is hard because, you know, you building it, you are planting the seeds and what have you, but it takes work. It is a lot harder once you get it right, because you got to take, that's just like you growing a garden, right? Once you lay the seeds down, you continue to water it when you need to and what have you. Continue to nurture your garden. When you see your garden starting to grow, what you have to do, once you see it starting to grow, is in good shape, is doing what it needs to do. Now, the hard part is you got to continue to nurture it, continue to take care of it, because if you don't, what's going to happen? It's going to end your fruit, your vegetables, whatever you plant in your garden, going to end up dying because you stopped doing the things that got you there, to the point of being successful at growing your garden and what have you. Guys, we're going to jump into the couple things I have on the list that potentially, I'm not going to say will, because everybody affects people in different ways and what have you. But what I'm going to say, I have a couple things that can potentially help you get yourself prepared for success and what have you, right? The first thing on my list is, like I said before, a strong work ethic. You must have a strong work ethic. You got to be willing to put in the hard work, even through the tough times, right? Through the times that you may feel tired, you may be beat up, defeated, because you feel like something's not working. You have to be dedicated to being an entrepreneur, right? You got to be dedicated day in and day out, because this is going to be something that's going to help you build a successful business, right? You got to be dedicated in the grind, right? You got to be proactive. You got to constantly be seeking ways to improve your business. This is all a part of having a work ethic, because if you have that strong work ethic, you're going to constantly find ways or things, solutions that's going to help prepare your business to be able to be successful, right? So once your business becomes successful, you have everything put in place to help you continue that success of your business, right? So it's very important for you as an entrepreneur to have that strong work ethic. Like I said before, if you're a person that really don't have a strong work ethic, you just get by off of just doing the bare minimum, what have you, you're not going to have longevity as an entrepreneur, right? You have to have a strong work ethic, because as an entrepreneur, you got to have that mindset of every day, I'm going to do something to help my business. I'm going to look for ways to innovate my business, different ideas, solution, things that's going to help me build my business up to be able to be successful and be able to obtain that. And with a strong work ethic, that's going to help you. You're a hard worker. You dedicated to whatever your business needs to be successful and what have you. That's going to be the key thing. You definitely have to be proactive. Let me say that again. As an entrepreneur, you definitely have to be proactive. If you're a person that's not proactive, you just waiting for things to fall in place, waiting for things to fall in line. This is not for you and what have you, right? So what I say, number one, that's the strong work ethic. Definitely got to have a strong work ethic. Okay, what I say, that's number one on my list. Strong work ethic. Number two on the list is ability to be able to adapt and innovate, and that's very important as an entrepreneur, because you got to be able to have that skill set, continue to work on yourself to be able to adapt, because as you go along as an entrepreneur, right? It's going to be times where you're going to face challenges, where you're going to have to adapt to it. Like things may change within your market. The trend may change. The designs may change. The fashion may change. Whatever you doing as an entrepreneur, it may change it. So now it's up to you to be able to innovate and make the changes in order for your business to be able to survive, in order for your business to be able to adapt and continue to move further along, continue to be successful. I'm not saying you have to change your whole business model, but you may have to add to it. Like a trend may pop up. You still have your original pieces of your brand. You still have your original clothing and what have you, but you may add something, a piece, like say for instance, if you got you a clothing brand, you may have a fashion, you may have a trend that's going along. That's not saying you have to change everything on your site. You may add a piece that goes along with the trend, right? For that moment, to where once that trend may go away, you can take that item away. Especially this may be something where, okay, I might create 200 pieces of it, right? 200 pieces of it, not to be restocked, whatever you're going to do, right? But this is part of the trend. This is you innovating. This is you continue your success. Now you may be able to draw in a whole different crowd of people to now becoming reoccurring customers. And that's why it's so important to understand, man, you got to always constantly look to how you're going to innovate your business, how I'm going to improve my products and my services. Because if you're not improving your products or your services, it's going to be a time and place where you may see a decline. Say, for instance, I'm going to use Apple as an example, right? Apple got away with a long time of just, doing the iPhone over and over again, right? But now people is like, okay, I'd rather keep my old iPhone because the new iPhone it really isn't a different, right? So now Apple is going through an innovation problem to where now they have to find something how they gonna really innovate their phones. What can they particularly add something different that set it apart from the last couple phones that came out, right? So that's why it's, put it like this. I'm not saying Apple is about to fall under nothing. Apple still is a strong company. It's just I'm talking particularly about their cell phones, just using it as an example. So it's always good for you to continue to innovate in ways, find different ways to continue to grow your business. How I'm going to improve my products and services, because sometimes, like I said, you have to adapt to the market, right? Once your market changes, you got to be able to be flexible. If you're not flexible as an entrepreneur and you just married to the ideas that you have and you never innovating, you never doing anything to improve your products and your services, like I said before, you're going to see a slowly decline in your business sales. You're going to start seeing people looking for a different brand, different services that's out here innovating that they can benefit from, they feel good about, and what have you. So that's why it's very important for you to be able to work on your ability to be able to adapt to changes, to be able to innovate and what have you, right? So that's something that's very important. This is going to help you when you can work on your skill set, your skill level of being able to adapt, your ability to be able to adapt and work on your innovation skill level and what have you. This is going to help and prepare you for the success that you are looking for as an entrepreneur. It's very important to understand that, right? So that's number 2. Number 3 on my list is your passion and your drive. This is something that's going to be very important. Your passion going to keep you going. Your drive and your will definitely going to keep you there. But you got to understand, you got to be passionate about what you're doing. You got to be in love with what you're doing, because at the same time, if you're not passionate about what you're doing as an entrepreneur, you just doing it for the money, or you heard that these type of services that people are doing brings in a lot of money, it's not going to keep you there. It's not going to keep you interested, right? And continue to do it, right? So you want to make sure you are passionate about your business, because one thing's going to help you, your drive is going to help you succeed. It's going to help you get closer to that success of your business, right? You got to be willing to put in the time, the effort, and what have you, because when you are building a business, you want to build a successful business, it's going to call for your time. It's definitely going to require effort, right? To be able to continue to grow your business, continue to execute on completing your goals, because this all goes into um, your business becoming successful, right? So you got to understand that you got to be passionate, right? You got to be passionate about the business that you're doing. You got to be passionate about what you're doing as an entrepreneur, because a lot of times, I'm gonna use another example, like far as nursing. A lot of nurses out here, right? A lot of people, I'm saying a lot of people hear how nurses make a lot of money, right? Then they feel like, okay, I'm about to go to nursing school, get my nursing license or what have you, and hopefully, be a nurse for a couple years. Then the money that I make from there, I'm gonna create my own business. But they never get to that point, because guess what? They just heard that the money was good. They was never passionate about taking care of people. Being a nurse, you got to be a very special person. You got to be a person that cares about taking care of people, because that's what you're going to be doing majority of the time, is taking care of people. You have people lives in your hand. So if you just a nurse for money, like you have most of these girls, I'm not saying all nurses, but you have some of them. I'm gonna say some of them out here go in the nursing field for the money. Then they end up quitting because that's not something that they was passionate about. They just heard that the money was good. You have to be passionate about it, right? When you find something that you're passionate about, that's going to be something that you should be looking to do and create something as an entrepreneur, right? Because it may be something that people can benefit from. There may be something that people is looking for and what have you. That's one of the key things you want to do. You're passionate and your drive, man. Your drive to be able to succeed as an entrepreneur and what have you. So I said that was number 3. I said that's number 3, right? Yep, number 3. So number 4 is strong networking and communication skills. That's very important. You definitely want to be able to know how to network. That's one of the key things, because if you can network, especially as an entrepreneur, that goes a long way, because you building friendships, you building friendships with people that may have different avenues, or can show you or give you things, advice, or point you in a direction where they may know somebody and doing the same thing that you're doing, that can help you with your business, help you come closer to success, right? When you are networking, right, you are building that type of friendship within the industry that you are doing. People that may have the power to open up doors for you and what have you. They may know a couple people that can help you manufacture or bring your idea into reality, right? So you never know, through networking, when you can build a strong network ability, networking skills, this is going to help you, right? This is going to really help you build relationships, because when you able to build relationships through networking, um, this is going to help even be able to have people you can reach out to that can help you, show you, can and give you that advice that you need to take your business to the next level, right? And that's something that's very important. And then especially if you can work on your communication skills, because when you able to communicate your ideas effectively, right? This is going to be able to help others see your vision, right? When other people can see the vision of what you're trying to do as an entrepreneur, guess what? They're going to be more likely to invest in your vision, invest in your idea, right? They're going to be more likely to help you bring that idea into fruition and what have you, right? So that's why it's so important for you to have that strong networking and communicating skills, because it goes hand in hand. And when you can go out here and network, and you can do it easily and effectively, this definitely will help you build the right relationships that you need to continue to help you, the right relationships to be able to help you as you on your entrepreneur journey, right? Trying to build this business, right? It's going to help you be able to have people you can reach out to. It's very, very important to do, and be able to communicate. That's a key thing. A lot of times, we may have great ideas, right? But we don't know how to communicate effectively to the people that we need to talk to so they can be able to see the vision. See, when you can communicate the ideas, your ideas effectively to people, it will help them see the vision. And once they can see the vision, like I said before, most likely people going to buy into what you have, right? They're going to see something like, okay, this can be something very special, right? And that's what you want. That's the type of skill level that you want, guys. Very important. So if you don't have a strong networking skills, if you're not very good at communicating, this would be the time for you to work on it, because now you are shaping your environment to the point where now you are building an environment where it's ready to be successful, ready for success. So anytime you become successful as an entrepreneur, the environment is already set for it to be able to live in, within, and what have you. So that's very important to do, guys. I said, was that number 4? So number 5 on my list is the ability to handle challenges and setbacks, because you got to understand, man, as it don't matter how successful you are as an entrepreneur, you're gonna have challenges, you're gonna have setbacks, but at the same time, are you able to learn from the failures, right? Because your failures is a learning experience, right? It's the time for you to be able to um, use your setbacks as an opportunity for growth, to see what you do wrong, where you went wrong at, and what have you. And that's a part of growing as an entrepreneur. See, when you can handle the challenges that come your way, it will show you how strong you are, how resilient you are as an entrepreneur, right? It show you like it don't matter what comes abreast. When I'm on my entrepreneur journey, I have the strength, the power to be able to continue to move forward. I have the strength and the power to continue to be able to build my business or what have you, right? Because at the end of the day, you're going to have challenges, right? You're going to have setbacks, right? But are you able to learn from them? See, a lot of times we allow things like that to hinder us. We hold on to it, right? Stop us from being productive, stop us from moving forward as an entrepreneur and what have you. But this is the time for you to be able to learn from your challenges, learn from your setbacks. This is all about growing. This is the opportunity that you need to see, like, okay, maybe I need to work on this as an entrepreneur, that's going to be able to help me get closer to the success that I'm looking for and what have you, right? This is going to help me build my business. I can add the right ingredients now that I learned from what I did wrong to be able to grow my business, what have you. So that is one of the clear things that you want to do, man, to make sure that you're able to handle your challenges, you be able to handle your setbacks and what have you. This is one of the key things, especially as an entrepreneur, man. You want to make sure you're doing whatever it takes for you to be able to grow. That's one of the key things. If you're not growing, like I say many times, if you're not growing as an entrepreneur, then your business won't grow at all. It's all about you. Are you growing? Are you preparing yourself mentally, physically, emotionally? Are you preparing yourself for the success? Are you ready to take on the success? If you was able to be successful right now, are you able to obtain it? Because like I said, a lot of times people fail at being able to obtain the success because they stop growing, they stop innovating, they stop doing the things that got them to become successful. And that you don't want that to be you. You want to be the entrepreneur that could continue to go forward, move along, continue to build, continue to innovate, doing all the things it take to continue to become successful as an entrepreneur and what have you. Number 5 on my list, last thing on my list, is you definitely want to have clear goals and plans, because when you have a clear goals, clear plans, meaning clear goals, you have goals that you can reach, not unrealistic goals, knowing that you never going to reach these goals, but you having realistic goals that's going to help you build the confidence, build on your business, and what have you. So that's what is very important. You want to be able to have goals in place, you know you're going to be able to achieve them and what have you, right? And plans, solid plans that's going to help you, like a business plan, right? You want to exactly know what steps um that you need to take to be able to reach your goals. And that's the key thing, guys. You want to have clear goals and plans, right? You don't want to have, like I said, unrealistic goals, right? You got this $1 billion plan, but at the same time, you don't have the type of career or job to help you reach that $1 billion plan. So you can always adjust your goals. You can always add to your plans, but you want to have something realistic that's where you at right now to help you achieve your goals. Because once you achieve goals, like I said before, they don't necessarily have to be big goals. They can be small goals, because small goals lead to big goals. When you can knock out your small goals, you building momentum, you building confidence, and you becoming more motivated to achieve more goals and what have you. So you want to make sure your goals is clear, your plans is clear, because now you are setting yourself up to be successful as an entrepreneur. You're setting yourself up for success because your goals is definitely going to help you get there, right? Especially when you have a solid business plan, knowing exactly what steps are needed to be able to reach your goals and what have you. So that's what is very important for you to do that, guys, man. Definitely want to set yourself up. Definitely want to set yourself up for success. And I'm just going to throw this one in here. Financial stability. And that's very important. You want to make sure that your financial foundation is there, especially when you're on your entrepreneur journey. You want to make sure you have the funds that you need to be able to support your business, the funds that you need to be able to support your ideas. Yes, once you get your business going, and people, you starting to find people to come to your site to buy. Yes, you able to build on your business funds and what have you. But you want to make sure that you're building solid financial foundation, to where you be able to manage your funds effectively and what have you. So that's very important, guys. You want to be able to make smart decisions. So if you are bad with money, you don't know how to manage money, go take you a course. Spend the money to take a course. Have somebody show you how to manage money. Have someone show you how to make good decisions on what to do with your business funds, or how to spread it out, what you need to do. Show you how to manage your cash flow. So once you have customers coming in and buying your product, requiring your services, you know how to manage your funds as a business and what have you. So just my last story, just to support that. Look at Damon John. Even though Damon John is a millionaire, when he first started Fubu, he ran out of money like 3 times, right? 2 or 3 times, to where he had to put it on hold, right? So I think it was the third time he like, well, if this doesn't work out, then I'm not going to do it. Eventually, you see where he is now. It was all she wrote after that. So it worked after the third time. So you want to make sure you have that financial stability to be able to help you along your journey of entrepreneurship and building a successful business and what have you, guys. But other than that, man, thank y'all for coming back, man, and tuning into the entrepreneur conversations, what have you. I know, like I said, it's been a long 3 weeks. A lot of things going on, a lot of things, just had to take care of and what have you. So thank y'all for supporting the pod show and what have you. And we definitely going to hit you with some more great topics to talk about. So definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified when a new episode drop. And also hit on that like button so the algorithm know this is a real pod show that we doing over here. Man, once again, man, thank y'all for y'all support. All my entrepreneur investors of self out there, continue to invest in your greatness, man. But other than that, man, let's get it. Yup.